such thing.
As what?
You know what?
Well, we gonna talk about it.
No.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to move
She's
that out of
like
She's
flicking
moving
her
that out
edges
of
and
my head.
whatnot.
Like,
Me and Marla like, ain't no such thing.
welcome back.
Welcome.
Hey,
I'm Marley. Welcome back to Talks with Wine.
I am KG.
What's your real name?
What?
This is Kamaya. Killer K, KG. You know this.
You a killer again?
I'm
Is
not
you a
killer.
killer again?
I'm Tamara.
Okay,
As
thank
I
you.
have been, as I always will be.
It's balancing things out.
But don't let, no, I'm just kidding.
No,
I
for
ain't
real.
killer,
No,
but
she
don't
ain't.
push me.
Don't let this gray fool you. I don't know what that means, but.
Okay.
Is that real?
It is. How you guys doing today? This topic must got you hot. I ain't even introduced it yet.
Never.
See, I'm doing fine.
I'm good.
Like Mary J. Blige said, just fine, 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 fine.
Woo! I'm ready.
Thank you.
No tune in my voice, but y'all got what I meant.
You
We
know
know,
exactly
we
what
know.
she was saying.
Okay.
Well,
How are you?
I'm well. Thank you. I'm very well.
I love how you said that.
Yes,
Wow.
I'm well.
That's your
well.
little response when you don't really want to give a response. I'm well.
No, I'm well. I'm well because you know it's not good to say I'm good. Good is a term of endearment, well as a state of being. So I'm working on trying to really,
okay.
you know what I'm
saying?
saying? No, I think I made that up. Hopefully I didn't steal that from nobody. I think I made that up, but I think that's mine.
Okay.
Coin
Copyright
it if you want to. No, I'm well. I'm well. I'm cleaning up things. Fake spring cleaning or late summer, early
this point,
summer
it's summer.
cleaning,
Well,
whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's what I'm doing. Good. Everything is well.
Okay. Well, I'm good.
Mm.
Am I?
She said, I'm good.
Yeah.
As
How
y'all
was the
heard
week?
last time,
What happened last time?
You stormed out. You
Said-
extended your lunch
Oh,
break
I
to
did,
I
I
don't
did.
work here no more.
I don't need this job. My man
Okay.
got two jobs.
I don't have a man or another job.
But I mean,
I have another job, but not
That's
another
it.
job.
That's a good man, Savannah.
When I find him, I'll let you know.
I can't.
Bring him some pie.
On that note,
Hi.
Wasn't she? Didn't she give him pie?
Woo.
Something
Yes,
she
she
gave him something.
did. Yes.
She gave him
Loretta
something.
Devine when she
Ooh,
brought up.
she gave him pie.
Ooh.
is he watching me walk away?
Yes, he is.
She over there.
Yes, Loretta Devine is the best. But
She's a classic.
How you
She's
doing?
mommy.
I'm doing well. You know, you guys are talking to a three-time college graduate.
Ow, because what you going to be doing this weekend?
Master's degree under my belt.
Ow.
Baby, clap, 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 clap.
That's right. Shout out to the black women. Shout out to all
I
the
mean,
graduates.
Listen,
Yes.
courses were done in December, but it didn't feel real until they was like, "Oh, here's your cap and gown. You're walking across the stage."
And it feels good. I'm proud of you. I'm proud to see all my friends. Congratulations, you
Thank
guys.
you,
all
guys.
Well,
my
tell us what you
cousins.
getting though.
I have an MBA.
Okay.
Say it.
Say it like you mean it, girl. She said, I have a, do you
Like,
know you
So
got it?
I'm receiving my MBA, Masters of Business Administration, with
Yes.
a concentration in healthcare management.
Yes.
Okay, that's right.
I'm coming to take over somebody's hospital.
As
Take
you
it-
should.
make
You
your
coming
own
to make your
hospital.
own? Okay, I'm like you coming to make your own.
Remember,
hospital.
guys, we speak things forward here.
Oh, that's
Okay.
the
Thank
end
you.
goal.
So
That's
this
the
is
end
okay.
goal.
Gray Services.
Mhm.
Or
Gray and Associates.
okay.
That sounds like a law firm.
No, because I could also have nurse practitioners under me. I could also
Listen,
have
that's a
therapists
whole
under
business
me.
consultant right there.
That's
She just
Let's
gonna
do
tell.
it.
She
Do
ain't got
it.
to run the hospital. She gonna tell you how to run the
run it,
hospital.
alright?
Okay,
Thank you very
big
much,
up,
ma'am.
sis.
Thank you.
Big it up, big it up.
Okay.
So what are we talking about today?
What we getting
What you
into?
drag me here for today?
Let
What
me
y'all
tell you.
Because she
Let
tried to
me
diss us
tell
last
you.
week talking about this week's host. Like, we don't
Like-
be here
Like,
every week.
bitch,
Like,
who's taking my seat?
who? We may rotate,
Well,
but
actually-
who?
You guys kind of.
It don't matter.
I said we may rotate.
Whose face will they
Fine.
see next week?
Who you seeing next week? Who you seeing next week?
Nobody.
Yeah.
They gonna be here.
Nobody.
Again.
Who
Come on,
you
Keith.
see next week?
Nobody.
So y'all ain't coming?
No.
No. Find new host now.
Yes.
Since we are your host for
The week.
Every week.
right.
We
All right.
A little bit. So what are we
Little
talking
bit.
about?
From the last
Little
episode.
buzz,
Yes.
little better.
Yes.
Mm, whatever.
What'd you drag us here for?
So, I want to talk to you guys about friendships.
Oh, how many of us have them? Friends.
What kind of friendships? Because I don't trust
All
that.
types of
I have a lot of
friendships.
friends.
No, she was about to. I have about.
So I have
We're gonna talk about 2 types of friendships, actually,
I have about.
because
2 types. 2 types.
didn't you have the shirt that says you only liked 3 people last week? Are they the same 3 people?
I only care about.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Care about.
See, I felt that in my chest.
Is
Am I?
So.
So
you got
friends
2.
is the conversation at hand today.
Because
and
Tamara also has a husband and a child.
I know, right?
So
Like,
if
how
you
you
only care
gonna
about
choose?
3, who's the third person? Vibes?
now,
Or wait, no, wait, because what about Damien?
So friends.
Okay,
How
okay.
many of us
So
have
friends, I want to talk about 2 kind of friendships.
Okay.
First off, old friendships. Like, how do you guys
They did
friendships
snip snip.
and
Can she finish?
right? She's
I'm not angry. It's
Sound like
that's
asshole.
how you keep a clean garden. Cut the weeds, boo. Let's go.
Oh,
Anyhow,
some of your weeds made good nutrients.
They didn't.
Say that again.
I smoke my weeds.
Oh.
Pero
I'm just saying.
anyhow,
Smokes the weeds.
old friendships and old relationships. So being friends with your ex.
Ooh.
I ain't never heard of it.
It depends on the circumstance. What if you guys just mutually end? All right, I'm gonna give you a scenario because I believe you can be friends with your ex.
Oh, that should have been the start of it.
I
Do
was
you
gonna
guys
say.
believe? Because Tamara was already like, nope.
I believe you can be friends with your
clarify
ex,
when
and
it's
this is
my
how. Me and Tamara, we are in a relationship. We've been together for 4 years.
Damn, you just getting here.
And let's
What
take
relationship?
a break. 4 years.
You ain't know.
Healthy relationship.
It was wrong.
I get a job offer in another state.
Okay.
Tamara doesn't want to leave, but she also knows that this job offer is something that could really
It means
boost
the
my
world
career.
to you.
So she lets me go,
I do.
and we part on good terms.
We do.
Am I not allowed to check in on her, see how she's doing, and
According
still
to
call her a
Tamara,
friend?
no.
I no.
And
Time
still
out.
call you a friend?
Time out. Let's clarify. Now this is it. That's great, and I'm happy for you.
Because you're not used to seeing couples end like that.
No. I have. I've seen my friends end in healthy relationships where they honestly they end on good terms and we're in close spaces together and it's just like, hey, what's up? But you don't have to call and check. I don't see the purpose of it. That's more me.
So
I
you're
don't
trying to find purpose.
I don't see the purpose. Yes, because I don't have simple friendships. I don't have I barely have associates. Like
So there's my difference. I have a lot of simple friendships.
and see, I don't. They have to be meaningful to me. So I'm proud of you. I know everything that we've been through, and that's what's up. But you don't have to call me and check on me. And if you were to never call me, I wouldn't feel no type of way about it because we ended good, and I want you to live your life. I don't see to me, it's just a lingering attachment, and I just don't see the purpose in them.
So I have a question because I know we're talking about friends with exes and stuff like that. How do you end a friendship with a friend that's just ran its course?
Wait, let's.
Oh, I'm sorry
because it's
you-
2 different.
Oh, okay.
questions.
I'm driving the boat.
Because Tamara over here like, no, ain't no friends. But it depends. Are you friends with any of your exes?
See, I don't have many exes.
I wasn't expecting you to. But do you have an ex that you're still cool with?
Well, so it's tricky because one of my exes, we didn't end on a good term, so there's no need for us to be friends.
Okay.
But then I have another ex where me and him, he just disappeared off the face of the earth. Like, it was no hard feelings or nothing. He just disappeared.
To me, that's like, okay, because my real friends wouldn't disappear on me, so you're not my friend. So when you come back around, don't call me.
I mean,
Okay.
but I've had
Not in a rude way, just
I've had situations that I'm still friends with.
Yeah, see, but I don't
those
think that
two.
counts,
Because I think a situationship is really just a friendship.
That you guys situationally hang out with.
Yeah,
in
because
that manner.
at the end of the day, if someone approaches us, they ain't gonna be like, "Oh, that's Kamaya's boyfriend."
No,
No,
they're gonna
no
say
one's
that's
gonna know what that
Kamaya's
is.
friend. Like, you get what I mean?
Exactly.
And it's just like, I personally feel like if your energy doesn't taint me, I'm not gonna cut you out of my life because I consider myself a blessing to others, and I consider other people a blessing to me.
Yeah.
So unless you do something that really taints my spirit, I don't see a need to end conversation. Because there's one day you might call me and you need to vent, and I might need to pray for you. So I always want to make sure that door is open. You get what I mean?
I hear you. I just feel like when we've run our course, it's not that I won't ever, because you could pray for somebody, you could always have good intention for them. That, and you can remain with that. They don't need to know that though. You know what I'm saying? Like that to me is like it's energetically, you don't have to taint me. We could end very well. I have an ex-boyfriend. For years I thought we were, friends. Something happened between my boyfriend and I, and then, I saw how he moved when I called him to vent to him. And I was like, you don't see me as, even though we've been exes for a very long time, I was like, wow, I'm calling to vent to you because I thought we actually were a friend. You don't see me as a friend. You took it as like, oh, word, let me slide in.
Yeah.
No. And that hasn't tainted me. I've always felt like I don't see the purpose. I have one person, and he's technically not my ex, he's just my first. One person that is still in my group, and that's just because he's married. He's happy, he's got children, they just bought a home. I'm really proud of him, I'm really proud of them. That's the only thing that I have that I could say that I still have friends or ties with someone who I used to deal with. But other than that, I just don't see the purpose. I don't know, and I don't mean it like, I think when I say it, people are like, damn, that's mad cutthroat. It's like, no, because you could not see the purpose in me either. You could see me at the time, we served our lessons. I don't see it. I don't water dead plants.
So,
No,
a question I have. Say you and an ex break up. Y'all don't talk for a few months or so, but then you guys meet back with each other. You're in your situation. Well, you're in a good place in your relationship. They're in a good place in their relationship.
Yeah.
Y'all can't find a way to be friends?
I don't see why we have to.
Because I always look at it as, I feel like you can be friends with an ex if you guys are able to detach that sexual being, that emotional being.
And I think
keep it platonic.
That's the thing I want to make clear. It's not that I don't think, for me personally, I just don't, because I no longer see your purpose in my life. You've come, you've gone, we've served each other, we've disserviced each other, whatever the case may be. Cool, we ended bad, we ended good, whatever.
You're just like, I'm done with it.
I just don't see, I can very easily be like, hey, how you doing? It's so good to see you, and be on my merry way. I will not think about you again. And it's not like I'm buy you out my life. It's just, I've served my purpose. You've had a season in my life, I've had a season in your life, and now our seasons are done. I'm in summer, you're in winter, and I'm happy for you.
I'd be in winter, I'm cold. But here's my take on that. I think it would be a case-by-case basis. Obviously, if it was really, really toxic, you don't want to go back to that, right? There's no point in being friends with someone who's probably like ruined your whole life. But if you guys were friends, and the relationship just didn't work out, that's a whole nother situation. Because some people, they can, like you said, remove that attachment. Some people can't. And that's why I think the only holding factor with that would be that boundary. Like, yo, this ain't us no more. But I appreciated your friendship. I appreciated who you are and who you were to me.
So why can't we continue?
Because I'm still friends with one. I can't even say one of, because I've only had really one. So I'm still friends with my ex, and it's never on no other stuff. Like, he knows we're not getting back together. He helps me with certain things, and I help him. So it's like, yeah, we ended, but you were a major part of my life, and I was, I don't think.
So for me, I think those type of things are still soul ties, and I don't feel, if I'm moving forward, if you're somebody that you had a version of me when you knew me, and cool, and you helped me and I helped you, and it's not, and again, I'm not being bitter, I'm not being like, like facetious, I'm not being like, oh no, I'm really not. It's just when a purpose has been served, and they could go, and it's for me too, if an ex were to say that about me, I would not feel no type of way. I would feel like you had the strength to be like, yo, honestly, Tamara, I really appreciate you. You got me through a lot of things, and like sometimes I do want to call you, but I don't, because I know, there's no purpose for it. I could have good words for you and all that stuff like that, but I'm sure there are other people in your life presently now that you could call, so you don't need me anymore.
What if there's not?
And if there's not, I hate to say this, but you're gonna have to go through those times on your own. because you're not always gonna have somebody to call on, anyways.
See,
true.
maybe I'm just so used to like.
I'm real. I've grown up a lot, and I'm real selective about my energy and who I give my time to.
Same here. And maybe it's because like I haven't dealt with many people. Like I
haven't either. But that's just
your take.
And it maybe for people listening, it sounds like I feel like it just sounds like, no matter how I say it sounds like, oh, once they're done, like say I have a situation where I used to be super duper tight. I had a best friend, like, yo, my ride or die was like my sister, like I called her my blood, right? We fell out over some corny things. We never really got down to the end of it. So it's a lot of years of me really being pissed off on her on some like, yo, on sight, if I saw you, I would beat the pulp out of you. But now, you know, years have passed, I let those things go because it was really a reflection of me being unsettled about how I felt between us. So then, you know, years passed, we tried to reconnect on that level. It just didn't work. So now it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, honestly, I'm able to sit back and be like, yo, it's good to see you. I'm happy for you, but I'm not going to try to I'm not going to force.
But that's another thing. You came to a point where you're like, oh, maybe, right? And you see that it's not. It's not going to get any better.
And I'll be honest with you, the only reason why the maybe came about was because she reached out to me. And I was like, okay, let me try. And I was like, yo, honestly, I felt all along that it was never going to be. And I'm one of those people where if it can't be, I'm cool with letting it go. Because I'm just like, I don't like that.
And see, maybe it's just because like I don't want to call myself like a saver. Like I like to save people.
I know what you mean.
And like it's to a point where it's just like whether it was a relationship or was a friendship gone sour.
Yeah.
I don't hold a grudge. I'm able to let go what someone did to me. And if we
I'm
cross
quick
paths,
and forgiving, like
yes, and
for
I always
myself.
And I always feel like if we are to cross paths again, there's a reason why God put you, or the universe, whoever you believe in. There's a reason why you've been placed into my.
But so I read something yesterday, and it kind of ties into what you say. So in terms of crystals, you know, like your 7 chakra crystals.
Yeah.
If you're wearing it and a stone falls out, that just means that it's served its purpose.
Yeah.
It's no longer needed.
Yeah.
Right. But in another standpoint, it would just be like, yeah, but what if
they got me drinking
you just didn't learn that lesson before and it's about to come and try you again?
So that's the thing. There's another thing with me, because my years. This is gonna sound so old. My years on this earth.
Well.
Like when I tell you guys, I say it a lot. I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of let me not say I have a lot of friends. I have a strong 20 friends, and people will be like, "That's a lot." But when you think about the life you've lived, I'm 29. All right. Well, I'll be 29 this year. I have 20 friends, and each of those people that I am friends with that have made it through this time of my life have helped me get through a phase. I have 2 friends that I've been friends with since the 4th grade.
Yeah.
I have friends that I gained at work. I have friends that I've met on the street. I have friends that I've met through other people.
Yeah.
And these people that because I'm so sociable and because I like talking to people, there are so many other people that I could have had around me. But this select 20 people, I know for a fact that if shit were to hit the fan, I could call one of these 20 individuals and I could talk to them, and things would be clear. And
those are people that are, so those, whether it be 20, whether it be 6, because I'm more on the 6 side. But you know, but those are your core. That's your core.
That's my core.
So your core is important.
Is
yeah, exactly. Your core is important to take care of. Like your core
but
can
I always
be disrupted.
Say, but this is how I also look at my core though. If there's someone. If me and Marley, I mean, Marley as an example. I use you in my relationship example.
Yeah, we did.
If I consider Marley that much of a friend, and we get into a bad fallout, but I value who Marley is, rather than throwing that away.
Oh no, well,
I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna that's how I feel with a relationship too. See, if we end amicably, if I'm in a relationship with somebody, we end it amicably. And how do you say that word? Whatever. If we end
amicably.
Yes. If we end on good terms, there's no need for me. Like, I'm not saying I'm gonna call you every night.
No, of course.
But hey, how's your mom's doing?
I won't.
Hey.
But I won't, because you know why? Because I'm I see you doing well over there, and even if you're not, even if you're just making it look good on the surface, I still pray for you. I still wish good intention for you.
Maybe that's
and
a
for
problem
me,
I have.
that's enough.
Maybe that's
Because I
because
can't let myself get back into like if we like the same thing. Me and my friend, we had a nasty falling out. We never got down to the root of it, even when we retried to visit
Let me
it.
tell you, I
was just
friend.
like,
I got into a fight with a friend.
My best friend saved me from fighting her. So
I literally we were coming back from a party. She was drunk. She was sit out. But listen, my grandfather always told me,
drunk men don't tell no tales. So
and she was spitting out a lot of fire, and she was spitting out a lot of flames. And I am one person. If we're dogs, if we're cool, if me and you are thick as thieves, whatever you tell me will never be thrown back at you to hurt you.
Yeah, I'm big on that too.
And that's what she did to me. And my anger in me, we just started boxing. But 2-3 months later, she called me to hash it out. And I was able to sit down, and not only through those 3 months we weren't friends, I was able to reflect on what I did wrong in that situation and what she did wrong in that situation. And I was able to learn from it, and we can progress and go on. And me and her are friends till this day.
And those things I think are very beautiful. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So that's why I say I'm not a person that just with the short type set.
It sounded like it. I was scared.
But you know why? Because I spent a lot of time in my younger letting people walk over me. I'm very big on forgiving. I'm very big on forgiving because for myself though, let me be clear. Let me be very clear.
Just gotta show what she said. I know about forgiving.
Because I'm a person that's like, when you've done wrong by me, I don't need 45 years to process it. What I do, my first thoughts is, I'm forgiving you because 1, I can't carry that with me.
No.
2, I'm forgiving you for myself. Yep. Because 1, I'm not gonna walk around my whole life expecting an apology or something that I think you owe me that I may never get.
You know how heavy, and I think that's what a lot of people don't realize is when you are expecting something from the other party, rather than just accepting this is what they did, this is how it made me feel, I'm going to allow you to do this to me and for me to get the lesson from it. Yeah. And move on. Because when you hold on and harbor that.
And that's what it is for me. So when it comes to those
wrinkles,
things, listen, crow's feet and all that stuff. So that's the thing for me. So it's once I've gotten to that point, once I've gotten through those type of things, I just kind of let the universe do its thing. And most of the time, for me, they don't come back around. And I don't feel then I just go with it. I'm like, you know what? They don't come back around. They don't do the things. I'm not going to go out of my way to call you or check on you. Right. And not saying that you guys do or anything, but, I'm just being clear. I'm not going to do anything extra. I'm going to let the flow happen. I'm going to let the universe do its thing. I'm going to let the creator just.
If you're meant to be back in my life, you will be.
And it will happen on its own natural time. So I learned, and a lot of incidents happen, in middle school and high school. Those are the times where you're really finding out who you are. You're really molding, you're really seeing, what it's like to truly learn to forgive. At least for me, those were the times where I was like, okay, I'm really learning. And I had a lot of things going on in my home and my personal life that was spewing out into, high school. And I was changing and things were happening. And I had to grow up faster than a lot of my peers. So for me, when it comes to, rekindling things, sometimes I'm real on the chopping block. It's not because I don't think that we can't get to a point. It's because I value myself more than I value what we had. And I have to, because you don't, or other people won't.
And you want to know, I think what the biggest thing is for me? It's, quick story. I won't make it too long because I know we're on time. I had a friend in high school. Me and this girl was best friends from middle school all the way up until, I want to say 11th grade.
On the back, right?
11th grade, 12th grade in high school. And when I tell you, I used to get, it was so funny that my parents thought me and this girl were lovers. Yeah. Because we were always together. And I don't know what I did to this girl,
I think everybody's parents went through, that one person. You were like, are
you too close?
Me and her we were together all the time. All the time. And it was just one day, I came to school, there was trash in my locker. She wrote, you remember you used to pass letters around in school, folded. She wrote a letter, and it was just so negative. so negative.
Look at the
so
spirit just knocked my card over. You see, we don't need to be talking about her.
So negative, so derogatory. She started spreading rumors around the school about me, and I did not know. I really did not know what I did to this girl. Like, I was just like, yo, like, and we had another best friend, and I'm like, yo, I don't know what I did to her, and I was sad because it was like a breakup.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? And then
I get it. That's happened to me before as well.
And then I want to say that summer I joined the band. You know, so I had
I
was on the auxiliary team. So I didn't have time to focus on her. And then, like, into my senior year, I was just like, you know what, fuck it. I don't got time to deal with it. And I met, who is now one of my best friends, I met her. And then the girl who, dogged me, she came back to me. She came back into my life. She apologized. She let me know that, she was like, at the time, I was jealous of you. Mind you now, I was not popping in high school. I wasn't some big time.
But
everybody
has a perspective of what you look like. So if you, and that's what happened to me in middle school. I had friends that would come over all the time, hang out with me. Oh, Tamara's house is big. I didn't think my house was big.
Right.
I thought I was just a normal person.
Right.
And you know what? People count your blessings. That's a problem.
And
a lot of people be counting
them. And the thing is, she was on the outside looking in and didn't realize, like, I didn't have shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, me and my sisters was going through it.
Like,
so it's just
this big house got a lot. If the walls could talk,
it would be a lot of secrets.
And you will be grateful. Okay, you'll be grateful about your life. You don't know what happens when y'all leave my house.
Exactly. Right. So when me and her tried to rekindle it, I tried to be, like, I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. Senior year, I tried so hard to be her friend, and it was hard. But I still tried it.
It's like trying to put, like, the magnets, when they just don't, they just won't.
So she was in,
energetically, it ain't right.
She was in 2 abusive relationships. She was in one abusive relationship with a girl.
Well, you know why.
And she was in
this shade. No, I'm just joking, y'all.
She was in one abusive relationship with this girl, and I will never think. She was with a girl. And she was in an abusive relationship. And I will never forget, I was driving down, like, it's this thing called West Dixie Highway. Those people in Florida know West Dixie Highway. And they're standing at this laundromat right over there on 7th Ave. And she texts me and she's like, yo, and I was about ready to be, and anyone who knows Kamaya back in the day, it was ready to go. On site. TTG. I was ready to beat her ass. And she was just like, no. I stayed her friend to deal with that in that situation. And 2009, I ended up moving back to Boston. And me and her were still trying to build our friendship. And she got into another abusive relationship with a guy now. Oh, I was doing the most up here to help her. Like, calling the cops for her and everything. But you want to know why? Because I felt like it was partly my fault that she started choosing these bad relationships. Because when I was her friend, there was a lot of advice that I was getting her, like, don't talk to this person, don't do that person, and she would listen. So now when you eliminate me from your, it was...
It's the season. You feel obligated. That's the problem.
Till this day, I still feel guilty so much. I'm like, yo, I should have been around.
That's the problem with energetic things. People see you. People see healers. People see empathic people. People see empathetic people. And they see you, and they're like, oh, I know, like, that you're an enabler.
Energy. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? No matter how you slice it. We're all guilty. I'm guilty of being an enabler still with certain things, even with the 7.5 friends that I have. I'm still in, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, soul is the half. Okay.
No, soul is my baby. That's my daughter. So
how you have half of a friend?
You went from Molly, is it you? Look how she just looked.
I never will.
On that note, you guys, talks with wine.
No, wait.
It's no short of host. No. I'm like neither one of these bitches.
We just gonna cut her off this episode.
Don't crop me out. She's gonna be my cards in the cup like.
Who started talking on the other side?
Nobody.
Wisdom. That's it.
No, but that is very true. I think that certain people are going to stay on you because they know who you are. They know you're going to be like, oh girl, well, you should leave him. You should do this.
Shorty was like, you had Amber Combi. I was like, bitch, these are hand-me-downs. My cousin was sending me her old clothes from Boston. I'm like,
was it Meek Mills who was telling us, don't watch your friend's pockets? Like, that's not your friend. Like, why are you watching what I'm getting? And then being envious of that.
But I always, what it is when someone tells me what they were jealous of me about, I instantly feel bad for them. Like, I instantly feel like, I'm just like, yo, Don't be jealous of me. Like God always tells you. See, I think
but
it's
you
churchy,
can't even-
and I'm not
but you can't
No,
even
it's okay.
say- you
But
can't say that to
that's
people.
people watching your blessings. That's
Yeah.
people that
And I
watch
always
your
tell
blessings.
people,
But you have to
Jesus
be
said you
mindful
watch
of
everyone
those
else's
people.
blessings and you don't see
You'll
one
never
miss
see
yours.
You'll miss
Yeah.
all of yours.
I'm not about to be out here missing blessings, counting other people's blessings. Like at
Mhm.
the end of the day,
I'm
if
grateful.
I am your friend or if you are in my friend circle, there is no need for me to be like,
You
oh
got a
well,
circle?
girl's barely a freaking
I got a
square.
trapezoid.
Barely a square.
I have a congregation.
A hexagon, if you
Girl.
will.
No, but I'm gonna tell you guys
But that's
right
beautiful
now.
though. If you no, but that on some real and don't. Let me be
feel
clear.
bad.
I don't. Listen. I will never.
You said-
This is the thing. I will never feel bad for the people who I consider my friends because within the years of minus my 2 friends in Florida
Mhm.
that I've known since
Are
4th
they a
grade.
part of the 20?
Yes.
Okay, just making
Minus.
sure.
I was gonna say minus.
Y'all in there? Come on, y'all.
I was gonna say minus my 4th grade friends.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The people I've met in 2009 up until 2019, that's a decade.
Yeah.
The amount of growth,
Mhm.
the amount of learning I had to do with myself, the amount of wisdom, and this is another thing. A lot of my friends are not my age group. I have friends that are damn near 40 years
Yeah, I
old.
have older
So
friends.
these are like people who
I have
I've
a lot
like.
of
My older friends.
Don't try us.
I had to look
Don't
down. Like,
try.
but that's what it is. It's just
I'm 25. Okay, don't ever.
and that's what I take. Like I take that with me. It's just like those people. Like they're genuinely people that like I have. So one of the people in that group of 20. Me and this girl speak like every 4 months.
Yo,
But when I see her, it's just like a
let me tell you
Yeah.
something.
Their
My-
energies are still aligned.
yes. And
I
I consider
have-
that a friend. If
I
I
have
can sit and talk with
two
you,
best friends. My boy Reggie. If I text him right now, just the lyric to Deja Vu, I know instantly he gonna send me back either a gift or a meme or a video because
my best
that
friend
is my
D,
boy.
my best friend D, all I have to tell her is Curtis was supposed to love me, and then our whole Dream Girl skit is
And
it's
that-
just
It's just those are the people,
Those-
and those
that's
are
it.
the people that I
that's your
cherish.
tribe.
Those are the people that I know ride or die.
Mhm.
If I because you know why he shows up for the big events. If I told him, yo, honestly, I'm having a baby shower, I'm having this.
Do you
and
know
this,
how many
he
people?
pull
Do you know
up.
how many people were at my graduation?
I mean,
Do you know how many? Who?
You don't got enough tickets. I know you ain't got enough tickets.
No,
No,
it
we're
wasn't.
grabbing the gate. I don't need no
Oh,
ticket.
yeah.
And it's just like it's
You was
just,
giving me a ticket?
there
I'm
is
coming
no
in anyway.
tickets. There were no
Oh,
tickets.
okay.
Oh, good.
It's
I wasn't.
open-
I
We
was
was
gonna
gonna
tell you
show up
school.
anyway
I'm
with
showing
the
up
logo and
anyways.
everything.
It's open season. Like
Good.
yes, everyone
Okay.
can come. There's no tickets, but that's the thing.
that's
The
all
amount
I
of
know.
people. There's at least 13 people coming,
Okay.
and it's just like all of these people helped me
13.
through.
You know,
That's
she
low.
got 7. She got 2 in
That's
Miami.
low.
No, they're not coming. 13 people coming, not including my family, because
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
We talking
okay.
about 20 friends.
I got 20 friends. 13 of my 20 friends is coming.
Oh, okay.
2 of them are in Miami.
So point me to
so-
the direction so I could be like, okay, I'm with the Kamaya sign. I made her a face. Here we are. Okay.
Anyway.
I'm making it. I'm
Oh,
wearing
whatever.
one.
But I value all of the people I consider a friend.
Of
I value
course,
them,
of
and like
course.
I appreciate them.
All
I
3 and a half of
appreciate you
y'all.
all.
I love y'all.
It went from 6 to 7.5 to 3.5.
We don't know how
You
many
got
friends
different.
Mara got.
Some I don't know yet. I haven't
See,
decided.
I
She
don't-
gonna make a half a.
I don't live a lonely life. That's the thing. My
Fair
mother
enough.
always tells me, she's just like, you always.
Now be
have-
clear. It's okay to be alone.
It's just,
very.
it's always, and this is another thing, let me clarify. Because I have many friends, don't mean these people see me all the time. Because
Oh,
I
yeah,
very
yeah,
much
yeah.
so alone in my apartment. Me, my couch, and my living single
Nobody's
DVDs.
supposed
Yes.
to be here.
Alright. Take it back before we start singing, because you know that's
Please,
my song.
please. I love that song too. I was gonna go with it. But I think
Bitch, I took the bus.
how did you get here? No,
know that
I
Marley's
think
coming.
everyone. She was with me.
Bitch, I took the bus.
But everyone has a different core. Like people who are there for you in certain times. Like I wouldn't call every one of my friends when I'm going through something. I know who to call on when I need a specific word. You know what I mean? Like if I need somebody to be really, really tough on me, I know who to call. If I want someone to kind of like sulk
Yeah.
with me, You. If I need someone to, sulk with me, be in my feelings with me, I know who to call. No, Kamaya might be a little.
I was gonna say, Kamaya's like, bitch, you really crying over this shit? Let's go get drunk and take care of it. But then I'm also that person be like, we got a key or card?
I'm for that. But I try to make more rational decisions when it comes to that. I ain't kidding. Once. It was.
We can laugh about it.
We're not doing that.
We can laugh about the idea of key or card.
Yeah, I'm not friend you call and be like, girl, you ain't doing that.
I'm the driver.
So what are we really gonna do? Oh, okay.
You really are the driver.
I'm always the driver.
You was the driver for me.
I'm always the driver. Like, yo, you need us to pull up.
In a snowstorm, Marty's like, I'm pulling up.
That was pre-me because I would have been like, we're not doing neither one of those things.
No, we had to go.
We had to go because I was about to cut somebody's. No.
So and
on this
and on that episode of Talk with Wine. See you guys next week. And shout out to Kamaya for graduating. You go, girl. Go, girl.
Shout out to you guys. I'm over here pointing at the clock, not the camera.
I went to save her.
Now, where your wine at? That's why that's why she over it. Right. Let me
chug. I am that friend. Bad influence. Chug it, ho, chug it, ho. Y'all used to swallow.
Wow.
And really on that note, I keep winking at the damn camera. I don't know what's going on. I'm over here like,
you got somebody you wanna say hi to?
Somebody to love.
Yeah, Cartel.
He can't see it.
He's in jail.
I'm gonna send it to him.
Goodbye, guys.
Okay, you think I can really get him out? Should I talk to or Brittany or Mel or you know what I'm saying? Should I just talk to one of them?
Vibes ain't getting out of prison.
He's definitely getting out of prison.
Can you?
I'm definitely getting him out.
Can we stop?
I'm definitely getting him out of prison.
He's not coming out of